almost done in his Cuba. He does the job that he needs to do and get that flag on the exit. Absolutely brilliant.
We just witnessed the greatest moment in WoW's history as an esport. It was absolutely incredible.
Overcome the biggest team to win the Intel Extreme Masters.
Let's have a look then at the first team that will be attending GamesCom. And that team will be Plan B from Austria originally. And this is very, very interesting because they've got Texi on Priest, but look at this. They've taken a member from Mouse Sports. It's the mage Daisy Duke, but also joined by the rogue Kajin, as I cannot...
You can just call him Kane, yeah.
Kane?
Yeah, I think
All right,
so.
that's why you're here. So talk to us a little bit about Plan B. What do you know about this change?
Well, originally they were playing with a mage called Skin,
Okay.
SCYN, but he's 15, so he's not eligible to play in tournaments because there's prize money on the table and stuff, and you're just not eligible to play when you're 15. So, yeah, they were looking for a new mage. There were a couple people they were trying out. At the same time, Phil Dreisen, the priest from Mousesports, was on vacation, and they didn't really practice at all. So Daisy Duke, Alex, he just decided to try out playing with them, the other two guys from SkyWow, now called Plan B. And it turned out they're pretty successful. They played a lot on the Blizzard tournament realm and practiced against good teams, and it worked out that well that Daisy Duke decided to play with them instead of his old team.
Wow, that's a big, that's a huge change. Obviously, needs Mouse Sports without a mage, but that is obviously Plan B. They're going to go into actually Group B. There's two groups with 4 teams each, and that is one of them. So Plan B are going to go into Group B, if you can remember that mentally. Quite easy to do, actually. The next team then is going to be hopefully attending, and I know that everything can still go crazy yet, but it's going to be Insidia with Hydra Columnist, but look in the center. What is this? It's like trading mages, like trading cards or something here, because you've got Flynn.
Flynn from E-Dogs.
Yeah.
The guy who pretty much played well during the regionals, making E-Dogs, I think, 3rd place. I don't really remember.
Yeah, they did. 3rd place at the regionals came E-Dogs, and everyone was, and also Flynn at the invitational tournament that we ran and you adminned, did amazing as well, and he kind of built a name for him. And so Insidia have replaced their mage, and they brought in Flynn. What do you think the reason was? This,
It was the reason for that was that Red Koala, Red Hot, how many may call him. He decided to quit the game after winning BlizzCon last year and all the tournaments with Nil and Plasma. He decided he doesn't have that much fun playing WoW anymore. So Hydra and Catalyst were looking for a new mage.
They did some tryouts, and then E-Dog stopped practicing, and then he was like, "Hey, I need something to do."
It's pretty much the same story.
Really?
Yes. No. More or less. E-Dogs split up after the regionals as well because the Rogue, I think, stopped playing or didn't want to continue playing with them. And yeah, things turned out that way. So Flynn is practicing right now with Insidia all the time and will be playing with them during this tournament and probably also during the upcoming MLG tournament.
All right.
So
that's very interesting, yeah. So let's have a look at the next team then. And Insidia are going to go in Group A, by the way. So they're going to be separated from Plan B. Also joining Group A to play with Insidia is going to be against All Authority. And this time as well, we've got Phoenix on the Mage. We've got Hiss on the Rogue, as we normally saw from AAA. But now we've got Forkin replacing Analyt as the Priest. So AAA have changed their lineup as well.
Yeah, there were no tryouts involved at all. They just decided after losing during the regionals and in general not winning really winning the tournaments, but I mean doing well during tournaments but not winning them. They wanted to change something to have this last edge, and they feel that Priest Analyt was kind of lacking, or might be the one holding them back, and now believe that Forkin is the guy to go for.
Well, we'll have to see if that's the answer for them, but they are of course going to go into Group A. Big change, and obviously Analyt might be up on the kind of trading cards there, and I think he's personally an absolutely fantastic player, but still, we'll have to see what the result of this will be. So let's have a look at the next team then. And the next team will be, and here we go, returning champions from the Continentals. We will be seeing InFire at GamesCom playing, of course. That's the only lineup they could be playing with the same players. They are absolutely fantastically good mates and bonded. It's Phenomenon, Cold, and also Desis. And InFire are going to go into Group B, so they're going to be joining Plan B. So 2 RMPs in Group B, and not really much to say about InFire. I think it's kind of like we expect them to turn up and try and do their best. What do you... go on then, you're doing this.
They were not sure if they would attend as a team. There were rumors going on about them joining other people to attend the tournament. Then they decided to stick together as a team and come and maybe win it all.
Wow, really? So they almost
they almost broke up playing with other people. For example, Cold was rumored to play with Nvidia instead of Flynn, but yeah, it turned out like this.
You know what? I think it's great that they stayed together, and I wish them luck in that. So let's have a look at the next team then. Let's see if there's how much more drama. It is going to be SkZanzibar, famous warrior Moldran. You've got Fraki, and on DK you've got Nunia. Okay, good. I'm glad one of us can speak English. So this team is the German team from SK. Never been to a tournament yet.
Yeah.
I mean, have you got any kind of knowledge on them? Because they are German, obviously. You're German, and everyone in Germany knows Germany.
They're playing on Cyclone, or Stormscale in particular, right now. They are originally from a German battle group. They are playing really, really well. I mean, they're doing really well on the ladder. And they were, I mean, Fraki and Modern were playing together during the ESL TV Invitational already. I think with a Mixu, a Warlock, and now
I think that's right.
They are playing this Cleave lineup, and I suspect them to play really well. And it's also the first non-RMP lineup that we just read. So
yeah, interesting. So we read out 5 teams, and of course SkZanzibar are going to go into Group B, which means they're going to go against InFire on RMP, and also Plan B, formerly known as Sky WoW, which has been joined by Daisy Duke. So let's have a look at the next team then that will be playing at Gamescom. And this team will be NOP Squad, or NOP Squad, with Hogas, Akaroma, and 8pone.
Yeah.
I said all those correctly. Plus points for me. And they're going to be going into Group A. What can you tell us about this team, Shawn?
They were dominating the biggest German battle group pretty much with a you might call it the anti-RMP lineup.
Okay, Priest, Rogue, and Death Knight.
Yeah, you can pretty much stick to a Priest with this lineup and score a kill eventually. Yeah, I mean, this used to work. Maybe it doesn't work that much or that well anymore. Hogos might be a name that you recognize from past events. He used to play RMP with Sanchez. Then he played for Fnatic in the European regional finals from Extreme Masters last season.
Okay.
So he's a
seasoned-ish player.
Yeah, a seasoned-ish player, that's right. And Akroma is used to play RMP as well, and now sticking to this lineup. And he barely lost at the Vienna finals for WoW that were going on during the regional finals as well.
Which actually Sky WoW won, didn't they?
Right.
So
in a long series of 2 clan wars and 3-2 maps and
oh wow, so yeah, very close. So we've actually got some, I mean, they may look like a new team to you, but this team have actually got some experience under their belt, done really well so far. They're going to go in Group A to join Nvidia and Against All Authority, so still a very, very tough lineup for them, but that's 2 RMPs. So let's have a look at the next team then and see who's going to be going where and who they are. It's called Team Wex. There's a member in there called Wex as well. I like the style of that. And
they want to be called Landu.
Yeah, did they?
Yeah.
Right. Well, like we can blame Matt. He did the overlays now. Fantastic job, Matt. Anyway, actually. Yes. So Landu, but Dawn and also Smear. So we're going to have a a kind of shadow cleave team here, which is potentially dangerous. They're going to go in Group B, which completes Group B. So it's Plan B RMP, InFire RMP, SK Gaming, Zanzibar, which will be playing with Moldran and the Death Knight, and then we have another playing the almost the same lineup. With Death Knight, Warlock, and Druid. Warlock instead of the Warrior. How do you think they're doing? Can you tell us a little bit about them?
They're usually playing with a Shaman. They are kind of renowned in the German battle group, the biggest German battle group. Even Mordran, the guy who's playing on Stormscale most of the time, said he's kind of scared of this shaman. He's called Vodka. He unfortunately can't come, so they were looking for a replacement and found Smear, the Warlock. They are playing on the tournament realm recently and expect Warlocks to be really good in this new patch, and expect, because they're all very experienced arena players, to do well in this tournament with this lineup.
All right, and so we'll have to see how they do. And of course, this tournament is being held in Germany, so I expect to see a lot of top German players there, and we'll see if we can get any new German talent. So let's then meet the last team. It is going to be Playback time, or might be
Even...
Oh, this has actually been changed now.
Yeah.
All right. So the final update that we've got actually came in so finally that is actually not the right overlay. So what's interesting then? So that was maybe a team that was going to be playing, but there's a team that have got a spot, and they're called Playback Time. And this team are announced verbally, so you know who they are, and also you'll be familiar with some names. The first name you won't be. It's called Tenome on Warrior. He is going to be joined by 2 members of the tournament, and they are going to be ex-members of Mouse Sports. Yes, it's going to be Sanchez and also Phil Dreisen. And so they are going to be entering the tournament. They aren't going to be playing with their mage, who's obviously moved into Group B, and this team's going into Group A to complete Group A with Ensidia, AAA, and NOP Squad, or NOP Squad. And Sanchez has got down here Death Knight, Phil Dreisen on Druid, so not their mains, and also Warrior. So Death Knight, Warrior, Druid, Cleave in 3.2. How do you think they're going to do?
First of all, to explain the error, Yiska and his team, they were supposed to be a stand-in team.
Okay.
And it was really a late decision to have Sanchez and Phil Dreisen still going to the tournament, because I kind of expected them to drop out.
Yeah, losing their mage.
Losing their mage, right? So they decided instead to go with the Death Knight Warrior Druid team. The Warrior is really doing really well on the German battle group again. He's from the same guild as the guys, so I can really tell how good Cleave is right now. But I'm pretty sure they're all experienced arena players on very high level. They played a lot of tournaments together, Sanchez and Phil Dreisen, that is, so I'm pretty sure they can do well in the group.
Well, we'll have to see. So that completes then the 8-team list. In Group A, we're going to have Ensidia against All Authority, Playback Time, which will be the Sanchez team you just heard of, NOP Squad, which will be featuring Hogas on the Priest, and they will be the 4 teams in Group A. And then over in Group B, you've got Plan B, Sky WoW, with Daisy Duke joining Texi to make it their lineup. You've got InFire, as we all remember from the Continentals. We've got the first appearance of SkZanzibar, certainly representing a very, very strong organization. Obviously, another German team. We'll have to see how they do. And then we've also got Landu. No, not Landu at the end.
Yeah, it's
Landu at the end. All
this
right.
list is right.
Yeah, okay.
That one was wrong.
That one was wrong. This is right. So that's how late. You guys are the first to know. This isn't even released on the website. And so
it's going to be tomorrow, yeah.
It's going to be tomorrow. So you guys are first to hear it. If you want to write about it, I'm sure some people like SK Gaming Zex will get hold of all the information. It will be up posted. But this is the tournament, and I think it's a fantastic lineup, a fantastic tournament. Ensidia are in there. AAA are back in play. And then we've also got InFire. So we've got 3 established big tournament names and big tournament finishers, right. And then we're going to have new people trying to compete with them. How are they going to do with their new players? How are the new teams going to do? And certainly every season of IEM and every time that we do this, the new stars are born. You know, and it's really interesting. So this is the start. It's season 4. It's starting at GamesCom, which is next weekend, not this weekend, next weekend, coming same weekend as BlizzCon, and you can always check it out on tv.esl.eu. Shawn will be adminning it, and we'll of course be information around esl-world.net as well.